chapter 19 was about Arab Americans and implications for counseling them. I chose to highlight this chapter because of when we were in class, the video, the digital story on Arab Americans especially touched me because they're a minority that you don't really hear about a lot in school. You kind of like hear about them on the news, especially after September 11th. So when they played their digital story in class, it was interesting to see how these college students felt they were perceived by their peers and how they felt, like they had to be ashamed of their culture because of what some people decided to do. And although it didn't have anything to do with them, they feel like they're responsible for that. And I just feel like that's unfair that they have to carry this weight on their shoulders and have to be cognizant of how they practice their religion and their culture just because of the mistakes some idiots made. And the whole population shouldn't be judged on that mistake. Um, Also, when reading the chapter, it was just interesting to see like how most people, their first instinct of Arab Americans goes along with the stereotypes and the terrorist stereotypes and the cab driver and working in a convenience store. And then to see in the book how they said the population greatly differs from those stereotypes and how, they're college educated, they're in families, they make more money than the average American. And it's just like people mistakenly, easily stereotype these people without knowing them and they judge this to be true. And I just feel like that was unfair. And also in the book they talked about how with the cultural differences in the family structure, how they believe in the hierarchy and the children are supposed to be obedient and quiet. And I just feel like if you were a school counselor, how this could cause so many issues because the kid might be having issues stemming from, the pressures they feel and the discrimination they might be having in school. And then they may feel like they can't talk to anybody at the school because, their culture believes. And I just feel like that would be a very complicated position to be in. And I just was wondering how, as school counselors, would handle a situation like that without overstepping their boundaries and with family, but also wanting to help the child. So that kind of came to my mind when reading the chapter. Also, I was thinking about how in the digital story, like they said they had to like take certain interviews out because the people they interviewed felt afraid. And I just feel like if you're an American citizen, there is no reason you should feel afraid of speaking their opinion. And I'm pretty sure what they had to say wasn't even bad, but just because of the history and the climate of our nation and discrimination purposes, they felt that it could possibly endanger them if what was said on those interviews was actually aired. And I just felt like that really, it kind of shocked me and it saddened me at the same time. Because I would never think myself giving a personal interview to somebody that, wait a minute, I shouldn't have said that. Because the ramifications of this being seen could be potentially dangerous to me and my family. So I just feel like us as Americans just need to learn how to embrace all cultures and societies and not judge a whole population based on things individuals did. Individuals that don't even live in this country. Like, they're not even Americans. So why are we judging our fellow Americans for their mistakes or their evilness and cruelty and stuff like that? Um, Other thing in the book that I found was very interesting is just like how they don't often seek counseling because they feel like they should, keep everything within the family. And if they do have a problem, to consult an elder that's inside the family, not outside the family. They don't like spreading their business. And I just saw how this could be problematic to counseling because I mean, if any population needs counseling to deal with these issues, it's probably Arabic Americans, and I just feel like they are keeping themselves, preventing themselves from getting this help because of their cultural beliefs. And so I was just thinking, like, a future mental health counselor, how would I address this issue and try to convince them that it's okay to talk to counselors and that you can trust them and they will not be discriminated against and that it actually helps.